the variance will swing back the other way. The next thing we know, we're playing trash to try to beat his trash. What's up? Welcome back. Glad you're here again. This show will always have some base components. I'm going to show you my poker bankroll every single week, and I'm going to show you my investment account so you have an idea of where I'm at. Otherwise, we're going to change it up with some different segments from week to week, so you might notice some things along the way that you haven't seen before, and that is a good thing. Let's get into it with a hand history from the hand of the week. All right, so here's the deal. I get pocket queens. I've got an opponent that doesn't do a lot of 3-betting. He makes a 3-bet, and I decide that I'm going to go ahead and 4-bet him from $75 up to $200. Now, I did this because I didn't want to go 5 ways. This table was very call heavy, and what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to have multiple people call behind. And if you think no one's calling 75, you're not going 5 ways with a $75 3-bet, guess again. It happened later in this session, and I will show that to you in the full vlog whenever that comes out. This opponent, when he calls the 4-bet, probably only has aces and kings, but I think he can 3-bet with lighter than aces and kings. Maybe I'm wrong. We go to the flop, and Shoplasmo! We hit the set on Jack 10 Queen, and we're actually behind to Ace King, but he's going to have some aces, some kings. I think he can have 10s and jacks. Maybe not very often when he calls a 4-bet out of position. So either way, we're ahead of basically everything but ace-king here. I decide to down bet. It's 400 in the pot. I make it 150. He decides to make the call. And now we're going to go to the turn. The turn? Double Shoplasmo. We hit the quad queen on the turn. Baby girl, it's a good day. So now it's just, can we get the rest of his money? He's got about $450 behind, so what I'm going to do is bet $150 here. It's small. I think it allows him to just jam it all in, or if he calls, there's almost no way he can get away for the last 300 on the river. So I make the 150. He makes the call. I really don't care what the river is. Maybe he has a king or an ace, so either of those could improve him to a straight if he doesn't have it already. But now on the river, with the pot the size that it is, I can go ahead and make a bet for 300, and he's getting such an insane price to call. I don't think he's going anywhere. I bet the 300. He does not think long before announcing a call, and we get to show him the bad news here. That's right, quad queens, and we're taking this one straight to the stack. With that, let's go to our next segment, Building Bankroll. I'm just going to update you on where the poker bankroll is at. So this was actually from 2 weeks ago. I played 2 more sessions this week. So let's get into those numbers and take a look real quick. All right, so first of all, the bankroll is at $18.85. I played 2 sessions. I had one of them was a win for $165. I went back the next day. I lost $315. Now, the $315, I've got some good hands from that. I'll probably save those and share them with you on the next one. I can't record at Quest. They're still not allowing me to do that. So I don't have any footage for you, but the hands are still interesting, and I want to share them with you anyway. All right, so we end up losing on the week. And I told you last time when we were at $90 an hour, hey, this probably is unsustainable. We went down to $2. We went up to $90 an hour, and I said, we're probably going to get back to our 70-ish per hour somewhere soon. So that's what happens. If you look at the trend here, we get this little wave and another dip. The dip brings us to $67 an hour. So we're actually right in that zone we expect to be. Not a bad spot. We're pretty happy with the results. The segment coming up next is, what do you meme? What do you meme is going to be a chance for us to just enjoy a good meme that was sent out. This one is from my buddy Adam, who blows me up probably every third day with something else, like a bad dad joke, a funny meme, something like that. Dude cracks me up. He's hilarious. And sent me this one. The meme that he sent me for this week is, this painting is titled, "Would it hurt you to put the dirty bowl in the dishwasher?" I thought it was fantastic. It made me chuckle. All right, that is What Do You Meme? And now we are on to I Charted. All right, MasterCard is one that I've been wanting to buy for a little bit, and it just did something that convinced me, okay, the time is now. I'm going to get into the fundamentals a little bit more later in this episode, but let's take a look at this chart really quick. All right, so the chart here is MasterCard, and we're going to start here in May of 21 with an all-time high. Then we're going to touch it again right here after a little bit of choppiness. Then it falls apart. Now, the markets were kind of falling apart through here, so not surprising that it went down with everything else. Then it rebounds as the market rebounds, and you can see a bottom here that it touches. And then again, this trend line touches here, and it touches here. We touched the previous all-time high just a little bit ago. It rejects off that all-time high, but then it comes back and it blasts through it. So since we've come through this all-time high, I'm expecting, if the markets hold in general, for this to continue higher. And the company is one that I definitely want to, we're going to talk about it, but it's one that I want to own for a lot of reasons. So just from a technical standpoint, had an all-time high, an all-time high, an all-time high, and rejected off of these, and then finally has broken through. That's definitely positive and bullish for us. It's a company that I think can go a lot higher from here if the markets hold. I don't know if they will. I'm not convinced that they will, but it's a company that I'm happy to hold long term, and we're going to look at some of the technicals here in a little bit with a new segment called Makes Sense. Why does this company make sense? Let's talk about it. All right, so I showed you the price trend already. I'm not going to get into that, but if we look at annual revenues for MasterCard, you can see that they are continuing to go higher. They have $22 billion in 2022. If you go back to 2012, they had a third of that. So a third of the business. If you're not aware, consumer credit card debt just passed $1 trillion, and MasterCard is a part of that. Now look at their profit margin. It's enormous. One of the great things about being a credit card company is that when the Fed makes a change to that base rate and it's attacking things, like a lot of margins out there. When you're a credit card company, you say, hey, it's this plus our amount. So it's not really hitting you in the same way that it does other companies. And that is a huge advantage. Now, again, free cash flow, $10 billion in 2022. If you go back to 2012, it was like, we're still, again, talking like a third-ish, but even less, like 3.5 times what we had back 10 years ago. So that's a lot of growth. Now, if you project that out, it looks like a huge amount of free cash flow in the future. And then let's get to the debt. Very small compared to the market cap. So $13.7 billion, $390 billion is the market cap. Now, if we go to the dividends you can see, again, we go back to 2012. They were paying 3 cents per quarter, so 12 cents a year. Now paying 57 cents a quarter. Now, if you're just to project that out and that growth continues, like the free cash flow, like the revenues are growing, that dividend is going to become significant at some point in the future, and it's one that I'm pretty happy to hold on to. Right now, if you look at what you're getting paid 0.5% as a dividend yield, and that's not good. But if you look at what potential this has for the future, it's pretty fantastic. Nothing we do on this channel is investing advice. You've got to do your own research, but this is one that I would recommend that do some research on it and consider investing in this company. This is one I definitely like and am purchasing. All right, that is our Make Sense segment. Now let's get to stacking stocks and let's talk about where this account is at. All right, so we had a very flat week. Last time I updated you, we had $9,065. Today we have $9,051. So haven't done a whole lot. Markets have been fluctuating a little bit, but it's been fairly uneventful, fairly quiet. So not much to report. $9,051 is our balance. Hopefully we'll be seeing that rise here soon. Well, there's update number 7, but I hope you enjoyed the new format. If you have a meme, let me know and send it to me. If you have any comments, any thoughts, I always want to hear, what are you interested in? What are you investing in? What segments do you like the most? Which ones do you like the least? Let me know down below. That way I can refine this show and make it even better for you in the future. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon.